common question in real estate law is how individuals should take title to property when more than one person will be on title to that property. The two most commonly used ways in South Carolina are as tenants in common or joint tenancy with right of survivorship. When ownership is as tenants in common, it means that each owner has a certain percentage interest in the property, and they do not have to be equivalent to each other. If one of the owners in a tenancy in common decides they want to sell, they can transfer their interest in the property to whomever they please without needing the consent of the other owners. Further, if an owner in this scenario passes, their share will either go to the individual named in their will, or it will go through the probate process and eventually go to the deceased individual's beneficiaries. This can sometimes mean that individuals in a tenancy in common can end up owning a piece of real estate with someone they would prefer not to, or at the very least, someone they didn't contemplate having to deal with in such a way. In contrast, a joint tenancy means that two or more people share an equal interest in the property and equal rights. This means that owners under a joint tenancy must all agree on any decisions concerning the property, such as who is responsible for maintenance and repairs, whether or not to sell the property, and how the proceeds of the sale will be divided. Another distinction for joint tenancy is that in the event of one of the owner's death, that deceased individual's share automatically passes to the other owners in equal parts. This avoids the property being tied up in the probate process for what is usually a year or more. Since the probate process, while very important, takes this kind of time, joint tenancy is usually the preferred method from a residential real estate perspective. If you have any questions about what may be the best way for you to own a piece of property given your specific circumstances, or want to make sure that you are directing your assets to the people you want to in the most efficient way possible, give us a call.